Developing news this Monday evening. A meeting is underway right now in the city of Northampton discussing a mandatory mask requirement inside city businesses. Thanks for joining us, everyone, at 6. I'm Chris Pisano. Western Mass News reporter Lindsay Kane joins us now live in Northampton with the details. Lindsay.
Chris, this topic is controversial here in the city. Some people are speaking out right now in the meeting against this mandate. Now, if this passes, Northampton would be the first city or town here in Western Mass to require masks again. Provincetown, Nantucket, and beginning today, Belmont all have indoor mask mandates in place. Representative for the three-county fair speaking out to the city's health department, saying an indoor mask mandate could potentially cancel the fair altogether.
We do not know the full damage a mask mandate will cause the fair, but it might mean the cancellation of the fair's amusement ride vendor, who has operated across New England without issue since reopening began, along with many entertainment pieces that will cause the fair to lose visitors and cause the fair to refund thousands of dollars in tickets already sold.
Meanwhile, some speakers in the meeting are in agreement with the mask mandate and fear the virus will spread through the city. City health officials tell Western Mass News this meeting comes as the Delta variant continues to be on the rise across the nation. Right now, there are no national mask mandates. However, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention still recommends even vaccinated people wear masks indoors. This meeting is still going on right now. Be sure to stick with Western Mass News on air and online for the latest information. Live in Northampton, Lindsay Kane, Western Mass News.
Lindsay, thanks for that live report. Breaking news now this evening as UMass Amherst announces new fall requirements ahead of students returning to campus. UMass officials say there's a new indoor mask requirement. It goes into effect this Wednesday, August 11th, and will be reviewed in mid-September. UMass is also now saying that staff and faculty will be required to be vaccinated against COVID-19. Previously, the requirement was just for students. First day of classes at UMass Amherst will be September 1st. The latest now from Springfield, where we've been tracking the COVID-19 cases as they're rising. Western Mass News reporter Leon Purvis has the newest numbers from the city's Health and Human Services Commissioner. He joins us live in Springfield with what they're seeing. Leon.
Yeah, Chris, to put the increase in cases in Springfield into context for you, the last week of June, there were just 23 cases. 6 weeks later, that number jumped to 279 cases.
The data is surprising. We had hoped that we would see the numbers begin to level off.
Springfield Health and Human Services Commissioner Helen Colton-Harris reacting to new data on positive COVID-19 cases in the city in the midst of expanded vaccination efforts, including incentives. Let's break things down for you. The week of July 25th, Springfield saw 122 cases. But the week of August 1st, just 1 week later, there were 279 cases. That's more than 150 cases. But get this, the age group 30 and under for the week of July 25th was only 45% of the cases. The week of August 1st, those 30 and under make up 62% of the cases.
What we know is that we have seen the younger population numbers increase. And so it is the younger population that is driving this latest surge.
Now, I want to show you this latest data visually. In the age group 0 to 10 years old, 40 cases. 11 to 20, 69 cases. 21 to 30, 65 cases. That is a total of 174 for 30 and under in a week. So I asked Colton-Harris where these numbers are coming from.
The city of Springfield has not seen clusters. These appear to be individual cases. In some cases, we are seeing streets and houses that perhaps could be linked based on their proximity to each other.
Colton-Harris tells Western Mass News she believes the reason for the spike in cases is people under 30 not getting vaccinated.
Individuals are not being vaccinated. The city of Springfield still has one of the lowest vaccination rates in the Commonwealth. Unless and until we get that vaccination rate up, I fear we're going to continue to see these kinds of numbers.
Colton Harris adds she's hopeful that once the FDA officially approves the vaccine outside of emergency use, the city can put mitigation methods in place to deal with the surge. Live in Springfield, Leon Purvis, Western Mass News.
Well, temperatures today were right around the average. We actually ended up in the lower 80s throughout Springfield, Westfield, Northampton, and Orange. Then, of course, we had some of this drizzle and a couple of showers come through, that thicker cloud cover, which helped to drop temperatures back into the 70s. 77 is where we're sitting right now as we look out from our Monarch sky cam. It is mainly cloudy. Dew points are in the middle to high 60s, so it is muggy, and there's a bit of a breeze coming in out of the southeast. Now, temperatures are back into the 70s for everybody this evening, and that's where they're going to stay for the rest of the night, eventually dipping into the 60s after midnight. Dew points are going to hold pretty steady. I mean, they're going to hover around 70 here in the valley for the next few hours and then fall back with the temperatures. A little bit of fog possible overnight tonight, but these clouds should hang pretty tough. And there's the chance for a couple of showers or a little bit of drizzle during the overnight hours as well. So your evening planner not showing much change. Will eventually be back to the upper 60s by 11 p.m. And then I would say tomorrow morning, middle to upper 60s is where we're going to start the day off. It will be a muggy start with cloudy skies early that'll give way to partly cloudy skies in the afternoon. Temperatures hitting middle 80s for most. UV index is back up to an 8 as we get that afternoon sunshine, and the grass pollen count still on the moderate to high side for tomorrow. But then Wednesday, the big heat kicks in. We'll take a look at that heat wave information in just a few minutes. Chris.
And Janna, thanks. Speaking of, over to Northampton, the city is preparing for some hot days ahead. A cooling center will be open at the center on Conn Street from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Wednesday, August 11th, Thursday, August 12th, and Friday the 13th. The cooling center is open to all members of the public. Visitors will need to wear masks on entry, must sign a COVID-19 health screening form, and provide contact tracing information. An update now on a story Western Mass News brought to you out of Turner's Falls. Officials there say the fire that badly damaged a two-family Park Street house started by two young children. Fire Chief John Zellman stresses that this serves as a reminder to keep flammable items away from youngsters and to teach them about fire safety. After their investigation, the state fire marshal says a 3- and 6-year-old were misusing a lighter and a candle. After the children alerted the family, everyone, including the family's dog, was able to escape, only suffering minor injuries. Over in Springfield, an arrest was made after a disturbance on Merritt Street. 31-year-old Ishmael Garafa was charged after authorities found a gun in his waistband. The firearm was unregistered and it had 14 rounds of ammunition. Garafa faces 10 charges that include 2 counts of assault with a dangerous weapon. New developments on a story Western Mass News has been following. Significant damage to roads in Palmer following last month's extreme flooding. Residents there concerned last week that the town wouldn't fix the street before winter, and now hoping the town council will address their issues at tonight's meeting. Western Mass News reporter Matt Satilli joins us live in studio with more on that. Matt?
Well, Chris, Palmer residents reached out to our newsroom, frustrated about road conditions causing repeated damage to their streets, including washouts, ditches, rocks, and frost heaves. This was the scene at Rondow Street last month following severe flooding. But residents say they've experienced problems over the last 30 years, which they claim have never been permanently addressed by the town. At a town council meeting taking place tonight at 6:30, residents hope their road safety proposals will be addressed. They involve school bus safety, making it possible for 2 cars to pass safely on Olney Street and Rondow Street, and a curve on Rondow Street that is creating a blind spot, snowplow safety, and drainage maintenance. Residents who reached out to Western Mass News say they're optimistic that something will be done before the winter inflicts more damage. On tonight's agenda, the director of the Palmer Department of Public Works will address storm damage and road repair projects. We will keep you posted on developments following tonight's meeting. Reporting live in studio, Matt Satilli, Western Mass News.